Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky.
To our ancestors, the identity of the stars were no mystery. The word of Yah declares they are the sons of God, the angels. But not all the stars are good, shining a light that is pure. For some are evil, casting a veil of darkness over the world. For there is an age-old war taking place in the heavenly realm, between the Almighty King of Light, Yahshua Jesus, the perfect visible image of God, and the dragon, that old serpent of chaos and darkness, Satan, who withdrew 1/3 of the stars into rebellion. Forsaking their habitation among the heavenly hosts, they fell to earth, seducing mankind with the first lie ever spoken and heard in the ears of man. Ye shall be as gods, or superstars, knowing good and evil. Mankind began to profane the name of the Lord, Yahuwah, the great I Am, for they began to worship these fallen stars. Wandering planets, in the Greek, the planetes, from the root word planos, meaning impostors, deceivers, roving tramps, vagabonds, distant travelers, strangers among us, aliens in exile, shape-shifting into many forms. They coupled themselves with man and beast, producing a race of monsters who ruled over the earth, building their kingdoms upon the dead bodies and spilled blood of humanity, whom they enslaved through their occult knowledge of the dark arts and the promise of ascension to stardom, only being manipulated to kill, steal, and destroy the human soul. With falsely so-called science and technology wielded by the false priesthood who served them, the warlocks, the witches, who broadcast their spell over the masses, mediums with their crystal balls, fortune-telling, channeling the gods to program the human minds into thinking they can divine the times, the good, the evil to come. Through divination, they foretold the alignments of the planets and the stars, as they proclaimed the sacred name, I Am. Humanity listened and followed their sinful ways, going down their paths of destruction. This is why evil is in the world, because Satan, the god of this world age, has blinded the minds of those who reject the King of Light, Yahshua, and choose to serve the gods, the stars of darkness. Blessings or curses, life or death. It is your choice, for there is nothing new under the sun, for the great I Am never changes. The heaven and the earth shall pass, but the word of Yah, King Yahshua Jesus, will never pass away, and he shall reign forever. Many empires have risen and fallen, many kings have lived and died. Many have spent their lifetime looking to the stars for enlightenment, only to receive darkness. For the King of Light warns us,
And lest thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun, and the moon, and the stars, even all the host of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them, and serve them, which the Lord thy God hath divided unto all nations under the whole heaven. But the Lord hath taken you, and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Egypt, to be unto him a people of inheritance, as ye are this day.
and so it is today. These fallen stars in the form of pagan gods continue to deceive humanity. The times may change, as well as their form, but their agenda remains the same, just repackaged to fit the cultural shift, to seduce the next generation into sin. If you have eyes to see, ears to hear, and a heart to understand, you can spot these stars of darkness at work in today's world. Behold the land of California, or better said, the fornication of Kali, the goddess of destruction. In its midst lies the city of angels, Los Angeles, where the fallen angels dwell, with devoted fanatics praising their names, superstars shining with fame among the hills of Hollywood, named after the choice wood used in wand making, where Satan broadcasts his magic spell, controlling the world's government and his masses, through his medium, the media, films, TV shows, and fake news. As you look into his crystal ball, the television, Satan spreads his vision of a new world order, with his TV guide, guiding you to different channels, channeling his demonic superstars, with their programs programming you to comply. Don't resist. Many have been hypnotized and deceived, and have embarked on their quest to become American idols, seeking to ascend among the stars. But it comes with a price many are not willing to pay. And those who are not willing to go all the way end up being victims of the next person's rise to stardom. The blood of the innocent must be shed. The dark arts of witchcraft must be invoked, and the sacred ritual must be performed. Then the transformation takes place. Your newfound stardom is really a possession. Demonic body snatchers, parasites seeking a host. Alter egos are born. A tree of wickedness takes root. The fruits of evil, the works of the flesh is produced for humanity to ingest. For this cause did the King of Lights, Yeshua Jesus, the perfect visible image of God, come to earth. For he thought it not robbery of himself to humble himself in human form, to show us his light, to live a sinful life, walking the ancient narrow path of righteousness, receiving the death of sin for all mankind, overcoming death through his resurrection, destroying the works of Satan, removing the veil of darkness. Do you have eyes to see, and ears to hear, and a heart to understand?
For God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men loved darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For every one that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in God.